Hello to all Pokemon fans. Today, you can now play fully the Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet game with no issues at all, no black screen, no crashes, no bugs in this game now in ryujinx emulator. So for those who do not know, what you need in order to play Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet game in PC is that you should have an installed ryujinx emulator. So for those who don't know, ryujinx emulator is a Nintendo Switch emulator that can play Nintendo Switch games into your PC. As long as you have all these files here installed into your ryujinx emulator, because without these files, then your ryujinx emulator cannot boot up any Nintendo Switch games. So as you can see here, I have played 2 hours of gameplay of Pokemon Scarlet, and I have Pokemon Violet here. So first of all, I'm going to teach you where to get all of these files. And first of all, the first thing that we will need to download and install is ryujinx emulator. So we're going to do that. So type in ryujinx emulator into your web browser. Then go to ryujinx.org. That is their official website. And go to download. And then you can download from Linux here. You can download from Mac OS. Or you can download from Windows 11 or 10. So in this video tutorial, I'm using Windows 11. And you can just download it here. So I'm just going to skip this part in downloading and installation process of ryujinx emulator, because download and installation process of ryujinx emulator is really easy to do and anyone can do that. So I'm going to assume now that you have already installed ryujinx emulator into your PC. So what's the next step? So you should boot up or run our ryujinx emulator app, and then you will be met with an error saying that you will need some files in order to use ryujinx emulator. And that is normal because you need these files here installed into your ryujinx emulator. So what are these files? These files are from the Nintendo Switch itself. So it's a Nintendo Switch keys and a Nintendo Switch firmware, and it should be in version 15 in order for it to boot up Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet game in ryujinx. And then you should have the Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet game in XCI format. So you're wondering, where can you get these files? Legally speaking, you can only get these files through a modded Nintendo Switch console. So you should own a Nintendo Switch console, mod it, and have a custom firmware installed in it. Because if it has a custom firmware installed in it, then you can access your Nintendo Switch system files. And once you have that, then just copy these files here into your PC. So this is the keys and the firmware. Again, it should be in version 15. Then for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, you should own the game, should buy the game, and then you should digitally back it up into an XCI or an NSP file format into your modded Nintendo Switch console. So in this tutorial, I'm currently using an XCI file format. So if you don't own a Switch, or if you have a Switch but don't know how to mod your Nintendo Switch console or do the things that I have said, then guys, I'm just going to save you that hassle and teach you where to get these files. So I'm just going to leave a QR code here in this page, and then just scan it with your QR code reader, and then you will be redirected to the download page wherein you can get all of these files. These files is in the website. In the middle part of the site, you can get the XCI file of the games, and in the bottom part of the website, then you can get the keys and the firmware. So be sure to check out the full page of the website in order to get all these files, okay? So now I'm going to assume that you have downloaded all of these files into your PC now, and that you have a copy of it. So what's the next step is that you have to install them into your ryujinx emulator. So to do that, go to File, go to Open ryujinx folder, and then go to System folder, and then open this keys files here. And then we'll just have to copy and paste these files into that folder. And again, if this is your first installation, then this folder should be empty, okay? So I'm just going to close that. Now the next step is to install the firmware file for ryujinx emulator. So go to Tools, go to Install Firmware, go to Install Firmware XCI or zip file, and then click on the file firmware version, then hit Open. Then wait for it, and it will say Install Firmware, and hit Yes, and it will say Successfully Installed. Now, your ryujinx emulator is now fully capable of playing Nintendo Switch games. So what's the next step? The next step is now to optimize ryujinx emulator so that you can play it perfectly well into your PC and play Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet game. To do that, just go to Options and go to Settings. So here on out, just pause the video and copy my settings here so that you can input it into your ryujinx emulator just like mine. So here in the game directories, it says it means that this is where you put your Nintendo Switch games. And again, that Nintendo Switch games should be in XCI or NSP file format. But if you followed the links into the screen that I have shown today, then you will get the XCI file format. Okay, that's the only file format that ryujinx will enable to read. So go to input, then it's better to play Nintendo Switch games using a controller, such as the Nintendo Switch Pro controller, just like mine here. Or you can use your PlayStation or Xbox controller here, and then you can just map it up accordingly to your liking. And hit save, go to system. Please do copy my settings here. In the graphics tab, the most important part, you should fully copy all the settings here. Okay. So graphics backend should be on, and the API graphics backend should be a Vulkan, then your graphics card, and then enable shader cache and enable macro HLE. And I'm using 1440p resolution because that is the resolution of my monitor. So I'm just going to hit apply and save. Now your ryujinx emulator is now fully optimized to play Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet game. A little bit of disclaimer, I'm not going to show you guys a gameplay of Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet because we all know that Nintendo is really strict on this kind of content and they don't want anyone to be shown with this kind of content. And if you do show them, then your videos will be taken down or your whole channel will be taken down. So I'm just going to save myself from the hassle so that my channel will not be taken down. Okay, so I hope you guys do understand on that. But today, I am willing to show you guys a little bit of boot up of Pokemon Scarlet in its title screen in the game. So that's what I'm going to do, but I'm not going to show you a gameplay again. And also, I'm just going to blur the screen here so that Nintendo will not be able to hit me with any copyright strike. So as you can see, I have now booted up in Pokemon Scarlet's title screen. So I'm just going to stop the emulation now. And if you have followed all my steps, in this video tutorial, you'll be able to play Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet game with no issues at all. So if you have some questions regarding the installation process of Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet into your PC, then just leave a comment in the comment section below, and I will try my best to answer all of them. Thank you for watching, subscribe to my channel, and goodbye for now.